Greetings, social work researchers. Welcome to the UMKC School of Social Work, Social Work Research Methods course, Soc-Wk 5536. The purpose of this recording today is to give you an overview of the Blackboard site, the syllabus, and the expectations for this course. This is an asynchronous online course. What that means is that there are no required face-to-face or online virtual meetings for this course. To be successful in such an environment, the student needs to be self-motivating, a self-starter, and not afraid to admit that they are unsure of what they should be doing next. I'm going to start with the assumption that you already know how to log into your Blackboard site, course management site. If you cannot log in because of a username or password issue, then contact UMKC Information Services at 816-235-2000. To enter this course's site, find the module in Blackboard that says My Courses. Listed there should be all the courses that you are currently enrolled in through Pathways. Click on the link for Social Work 5536. On the left-hand column, you should see links in the content area that are part of this Blackboard site. Click on the link titled Start Here. The Start Here section of this course can be thought of as a directory or table of contents for the rest of the Blackboard site. It is a section where a link to this recording will be permanently housed. Another assumption that I have about every student in this course is that they have college-level mastery of written English. Therefore, as I go through this tour of the Blackboard site, I will not be reading what is already written down. I do, however, expect each of you to thoroughly read this Blackboard site. If you have questions, of course, feel free to email me or bring it up in our virtual office hours. So let's begin with the Start Here content area. In this area, there is a written welcome / introduction to the Blackboard course, links to specific university resources applicable to this course, and a video recorded personal introduction, or at least personal as it relates to my role as an instructor of this research course. The next prominent area of what we should look at is the syllabus content area. The syllabus content area will contain a link to the permanent and official syllabus for this course for this semester. You should download this and store it someplace, just in case you should happen to unexpectedly move to another part of the country and wish to enter into a social work program there. They will need to see a syllabus in order to transfer credit for this course. Other things that will be housed in the syllabus content area include a link to the textbook section, a link to required readings, and a content item that contains any updates to the syllabus made throughout the semester. For example, if everyone gives me the feedback that they need one more week for a certain assignment, and I think it's reasonable, it will be placed in this content area as a permanent record of that change. I'm not going to go over the syllabus with you. There will be a discussion board during the second week of coursework where I solicit those questions. Let's move over to the announcements course content area. Here in the announcements area is where all of the announcements I put out for this course will be housed. Because of that, there will end up being a great number of announcements. Most, if not all of these announcements, will have an expiration date on them, so they will disappear out of this list at a certain date. You can get quite confused if we have too many announcements. If you ever need an announcement that has reached its expiration time, you should be able to find it in your email history, since every announcement is emailed to your official UMKC email. It is possible for me to go back and find announcements if you absolutely need it, but I will only do that once you have assured me that all other means of locating that announcement have been exhausted. Let's move on to the course contents section. The course content section contains a number of subfolders whose names should convey clearly what those subfolders contain. Currently, there is a subfolder for textbooks, required readings, videos, and assignments. A note on the textbooks for this course while we are here. This year, I have opted to use a textbook from Creative Commons. Creative Commons, for those of you who do not know, is a movement to openly share information of all kinds. You can Google Creative Commons to learn more, but in this context, the textbook is an introductory research methods course from a psychology school in California. While it is not Soc-Wk specific, it does a perfectly adequate job of presenting basic research methods. I will be providing chapters from some older Soc-Wk research methods textbooks that will give you the necessary Soc-Wk related content, primarily as it relates to Soc-Wk's ethical orientation and mission. In addition to being a perfectly good introductory textbook, I chose it because the price is over $200 less than what the cost of purchasing the newest version of the textbook I had previously been using. This free textbook can remain a resource to you throughout your future Soc-Wk career without placing an unnecessary economic burden on you right now. In addition to the primary textbook, I have linked in this content area several other textbooks which are available through the UMKC library system as ebooks online. I will be referencing these books from time to time throughout the year, but feel free to link to them if you have questions about your own research projects. Let's go back to the course content area once again. The other folders are going to be very similar to the textbook folder, but I want to take a quick look inside the assignments folder. Within the assignments folder, you should see a subfolder for every assignment listed in the syllabus. Let's take a quick look inside the first assignment, the IRB training certificate, which you can start on right away. Here in this folder, you can see that there is a link to the IRB training. Plus, there are a number of optional YouTube IRB training videos. And finally, there is a link where you can upload your 2 certificates of completion. Moving on to the next and perhaps most important folder in this Blackboard site, the week-by-week content area. Here you will see a folder for each week of the academic semester. Perhaps you have heard that we have 15-week semesters here at UMKC, but that is not actually true. We have 15 weeks of coursework and 1 finals week, which we call exams week. Taking a peek inside week 1 content folder, you can see that there is an item that tells you what you are supposed to be reading this week. I have included a very topical article from the Journal of Social Work Education regarding fake news. That link happens to have the full reference to the article in it. Below that you can see reference to the Miller, Reed, and Fortune chapter, but there's no link. You will have to go to the online textbook, which can be located in the course content section of this Blackboard site. The same can be said for the Price 2012 Chapter 1 reference. Price is the primary textbook for this course, so I will usually just reference it as Price 2012 in whichever chapter. In the Week 1 folder, you will also see a link to the online forum related to this course. Since this is an asynchronous online course, this weekly forum will be the way that I ascertain student engagement. Every week there will be a forum assignment. You are required to fill these out. They are graded, and each one of them is worth 10 points. Since this is also the way that I monitor student engagement in the course, when the federal government asks me in the 3rd or 4th week of the semester which students are not engaging substantially in the academic course, I will be looking here for that answer. If you are not engaging in the course by that time, you run the risk of being administratively dropped from the course. Further, that could affect your financial aid, and for international students, it could also affect your student visa. So engage. Every other weekly folder will look somewhat similar to this week's folder. I will also be sending out weekly announcements related to what we should be doing each week. The name of the week we are on, so hopefully nobody gets lost. But as always, feel free to ask if you feel lost or if you feel like you're confused. Let's go down to the home page, course content link. The course content page has several modules in that are fairly self-explanatory. I hope my announcements will show any current announcements in this, and I believe every other course that you enrolled in. To do gives you an up-to-date on any assignments upcoming. What's New module will list any unread announcements, any assignments that are not completed yet. Here we can see that the IRB, the content link will in the What's New module will show you things that have been added since the last time you looked. And finally, courses in organizations gives you a link to any current Blackboard courses that you are enrolled in. And Alerts module will let you know if there are any past due assignments or if the instructor has flagged you to come in. These are all mostly empty right now. Tools content area. You probably won't need this much. However, some of the tools are available to you should you need them. The following content, My Grades, UMKC Policy, UMKC Libraries, and Get Help are links to external content areas, and those are self-explanatory. Panopto Course Content Area. It is the content area from which you are watching this video. It has tools available to create new videos. If you are asked to complete a video assignment in this or any other course, it will probably be through Panopto. Be forewarned, when you create a video, it is possible that other people could see it when you either upload or record a new session. Be sure you check out the privacy settings on any video you record. A couple of years ago, before we were using Panopto, it was called Tegrity, a student recorded a video that was, let's say, just something that she did not want to get out to the general public, and was quite embarrassed to discover that I could see it. It was nothing illegal or unethical. Let's just say most laptops have webcams these days. If you're going to do a video presentation, dress as if you were coming to a face-to-face class. Enough said, let's move on. An important link in that left column is the course email content area. This is not an area to receive email, only to send it. There you can send emails out to either individuals in the class or to certain classes of individuals. That's a little play on words. Each link has a brief description of what it will do. You can send an email to all users. You can send an email to every group. We don't have any teaching assistants, so we can skip that. All student users, all instructor users, which in this case would just be me, any observers, select other users, or select groups. You can also use it to send an email to a single individual. It can be helpful if you want to email somebody but you can't remember their name or their last name. Maybe you can go in here and find it. It is very important if you want me to get an email from you read in a timely manner. As the chair of the social work program, I get a lot more emails than I would really like to be receiving. So what I have done is set up a rule in my Outlook program that alerts me and moves email messages sent to me to a certain folder whenever a student emails me from this Blackboard site. Also, when I send out important information, I will do it either through a course announcement or through this function. You want to be sure that your email program does not think that this is a junk email. So if you want to email someone, but not all of the people in this course, click on Select Users. Move them over to the other box before you send. You can write a message. insert photos or happy faces, attach a file. Finally, there is a link called BB Collaborate Ultra. This is a link to a full-featured online conferencing site that I will be using for this course for my office hours. You can enter a room at any time. However, my online office hours are from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday morning. You will only be able to enter those rooms during the time frame they are active. The general course room is active at any time, and you can simply click on Join Room, and it will place you in a room. You should be able to schedule with a classmate at a time to go in and video conference if you desire. This feature is mostly used in online synchronous courses. Please refer to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra how-to videos, which are available online. Okay, this is enough for this introduction. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. The secret to success in any academic course is your willingness to be a learner and embrace the fact that you might not know what is going on. It is always okay to ask.